The optic that I like the best is a TIR. That's a total internal reflector. This is capturing 100% of the light, and it's directing the light. You see that center beam on these different optics. They look different, but we're controlling that center beam different than we are on the outside. But ultimately, 100% of that light source is being controlled to give us the most smooth, even beam pattern that we would like. Then we look at what level of optic we want to work with. The optic that we selected for our newer products, there's two of them here. This is a silica-based optic, this is a poly optic, is a much higher quality. In fact, in a little AI search I did, said these are really only used in museums and in high-end retail, not really used in landscape lighting. There might be one other really high-end company for specifier lighting that uses an optic of this quality, but it's not used in general landscape lighting often. But these are the optics we chose, where it goes anywhere from a 10-degree optic to a 60+ degree optic, and there's 4 different levels of these optics. But this gives us complete control. These are made in Europe. They're really beautifully designed. It's the best optic on the market today, and having that single source of LED and that total internal control gives us a much greater beam control, less artifacts in the light output, and just a smoother light. And one of the important things to look at is that light going to be even? Right out of the fixture all the way, say up to the soffit or the top of a tree, and from side to side. We want even, smooth distribution of light, which you're only going to get from the better quality optics. The other thing that we're looking at, and we've chose that on, is an optic that's a little different. This is a Forenal optic. So one thing that we're looking at, and really that gives us a lot of control in lighting, is something that we haven't really seen used to its really full potential, is things like a Forenal optic. So if you're familiar with lighthouses, light horses had a big powerful light source. They would use a Forenal optic to direct that light, and that it could punch it a far direction. This is a stage Forenal optic with a 15-degree spread. So one thing that I don't like about well lights is when you're looking at the well light, you could see that light source, the little aura of light around the luminaire itself. This will help dissipate that, and will actually direct the light. So just a philosophical thought, rather than having the light source have to change, is why not take the light and control it? So we could take the light that comes straight up and then put it off in a 15-degree, which blocks the light from coming back this way from our viewing angle and puts it in the direction we would like. So we really believe to be on the forefront, not only in light quality, but then light control. Most landscape lighting luminaires are really the same components. They're going to have the electronics behind the LED, and then the optic. Those are your 3 most important things. We need it, A, to work. The electronics have to be overbuilt, so they're going to last a long time. We then have to have the LED has to be of great light quality. If you're a light connoisseur at all, light quality does matter. And then how do you control that light? And I will tell you, TIR optics, go and do your research, look for yourself. Look at the simple philosophy that a single source, small light source is going to be easier to control, and then look at the quality of types of optics out there to educate yourself. And then experiment with things like our Forenal optics. And so this is a fun tool to have, and understanding how we're going to look at beam control in the future. So Sterling Lighting is really proud to be on the forefront of what we do in not only light quality, light control, serviceability. This gives you the tools to be a great lighting designer and to scale your business.